the epitome of man, the most perfect, divine, alpha male to walk this world, who was here to do the will of God, not even his will. He wasn't here for himself. So he experienced it all. Praise, hate, he was mocked, he was ridiculed, he was forced out of town, he was threatened over and over again. And at the end, when he was tortured, his skin ripped out, thorns on his head, likely had his nails pulled out, spikes through his hands and his feet, he cried out, "Forgive them. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do." God. I didn't pay attention to any role models, any men to model my life after. I never really grew up with any. It's important to have role models, the way they act, the way they achieve, the way they behave, the way they speak. I don't watch a lot of movies or TV. I don't read about a lot of autobiographies. But there is one great being that I try to model my life after. I've had it in my heart since I was young. The most brilliant, magnificent being ever. A person whose principles and whose laws are almost impossible to achieve because of the human condition, because of our propensity for greed and power and desire and consumption. This man who preached to love the Lord your God with all your heart. That's the number one law. That's the only law you need in this universe. To love God with all your heart. And because God is love, and we are all part of God, means to love everyone. He then continues and says, it's easy to love your brother. It's easy to love your friend. What merit is there in that? Love your enemy. Wow, that's hard. To love your enemy. I remember when I was in high school, I'd say, I don't hate anybody. It's true, even the people that wronged me, and I've had a lot of people wrong me in my life. I felt pain in my heart, but never hate. I wanted to destroy them, but I never hated them. And Jesus, wow. The epitome of man, the most perfect, divine, alpha male to walk this world, who was here to do the will of God, not even his will. He wasn't here for himself. So he experienced it all. Praise, hate. He was mocked. He was ridiculed. He was forced out of town. He was threatened over and over again. And at the end, when he was tortured, his skin ripped out, thorns on his head, likely had his nails pulled out, spikes through his hands and his feet. He cried out, "Forgive them. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do." God. Trying to forgive someone that's wronged you. A person that you loved that betrayed you. And that's something else to talk about another video. To be betrayed by one of his best men with a kiss. The symbol of love. To be betrayed by a friend. To be sabotaged by a peer. To be hurt by a family member and abused. To be dismissed by society. The list goes on. There's so many ways we experience pain. These people that wanted to make him a king one day and then brought him down the next. Forgive them. To forgive is so hard. But that's where pure unconditional love sits. God is pure unconditional love. It's impossible to think that that exists in this world. Even our parents don't give us unconditional love. If you do something wrong, you step out of bounds, you're a bad boy. You're a bad girl. Take my love away. See, Jesus was aware of wounds way before modern psychology started talking about it. They're not aware of what they're doing. Most of us walk blindly through this world, unconscious, automatons. Yeah. Jesus. The epitome of role models. The King of Kings.